What's going on YouTube? My name's Legendary Lee, and today
I could fly. Oh, I'm unbeatable.
Alright guys, it's that time of month again. It's time for our monthly PSA submission video. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the 52 cards that I'm sending off to PSA for the month of November. I am ready to get some of these back. I'll tell you what. So we're going to go through and get started. I'm just going to show you a couple different ones here. So I've got this Armored Mewtwo here. I've actually got two of these. Now these are actually in pretty good shape. And I'm expecting probably around a PSA 9 on this one at least. This one I think might have a shot. Nope. Small nick right there in the corner. So I'm going to say both of these get a PSA 9. So let's go ahead and move on to our next card here. We've got the Zamazenta V card. Now, I do believe this one is the one that's in greater, in worse condition, I should say. Because it was shoved. This is from the Ultra Premium collection box for Zacian and Zamazenta for Sword and Shield. This is a promo that comes in that box. This one was shoved up in the box of drawers, so it's got a little bit of nicks here in the corners, but I do believe the Zacian has a shot at a PSA 10, in fact. Let's take a look at this one on the back. Yeah, I do believe this is PSA 10 right here for the Zacian V promo. Okay, let's move on. We've got a lot of cards to get through today. I don't want to keep you too long here. We got the Pikachu V-Max. Pulled this one from that same box. My first Pikachu pull from Vivid Voltage. I think this is a 10 as well. Centering is pretty decent. I do think that one pulls a 10. Next up, we got a promo from the Small But Mighty box. I don't know if it's a collection, but I don't know what it's called. But this is the promo from the Small But Mighty. It's actually not a promo. It's an alternate artwork from Cosmic Eclipse. It's got the three babies here. I think this one pulls a 10 as well. It's in pretty much perfect condition here on the back. So yeah, we're expecting a 10 on that one. Next up, we've got a slew of Charizards. Hopefully the thumbnail was clickbait enough for you guys to click on this video. But first up, let's get into two of the Champions Path Elite Trainer Box promos. I don't think these get 10s. I think these both get 9s based off of centering and some whitening issues. The very first Champions Path Elite Trainer Box that I did open, though, that one's already at PSA currently. That one, I think, pulls a 10. So you're going to want to check out. And make sure you're subscribed to not miss when these cards come back. Because I've been sending cards off to PSA now since July. So sometime here in the next month or two, we should be starting to get cards back on a monthly basis. You're not going to want to miss out on what I've sent off and what's coming back to be graded. It's going to be a very fun series, I think. I think this one is a PSA 9. Based off of centering. Actually, surprisingly for evolutions, no edge wear as far as I can tell. And I've examined this one pretty closely. But I think because of centering top to bottom there, this Charizard from Evolutions is going to pull a 9. We got another Charizard from Evolutions. This is just the plain old Charizard EX. This is one that I have also currently a copy of at PSA. Actually, this one's pretty decent. Centering from top to bottom a little bit off too, so probably going to knock this one down to a 9. You can see a common theme here. Expect a 9 when you send stuff to PSA. Alright, I've already sent one of these off as well. That one I expect to get about a 5 or 6. This one, however, much better condition. There's no bends or anything. I did have a second one of these, and I discovered there was this little weird indentation line right across the card right here. But this one, I think is a centering. Look at that, top to bottom there. Pulls a 9 as well. So we'll see what happens. Alright, we've got the Charizard Vivid Voltage pre-release box promo here. This one was in pretty great shape if I do remember correctly. Centering might be a little bit of an issue. But other than that, I don't know. That's a 10 or a 9. Just to be safe, I'm probably going to say 9, unfortunately. But we'll see in a few months' time. All right, now I've got a couple of these. So this one is just a reverse holo of the Charizard that comes out of Vivid Voltage. That one's really, really good. That's a 10, I think. And I've got a few of the Cracked Ice ones from the theme deck. If you can see, when I turn it, the Cracked Ice shows. I think they're all pretty much 9 condition, unfortunately. It's unfortunate, but I'm going to send them all off anyways, see what we got here. But I do think each and every one of those is going to pull a 9. All right, next up. Bit of a random card that I've had for a long time, and I'm talking like 8 years or so. You see down here, this is from one of the Black and White series, this is 2011. I'm not sure what symbol that is. Full Art Thundurus. What in the world? Is that like grass or something in there? What in the world is that? I don't know. Anyways, I've had this card for so long, but it's in pretty great condition. A tiniest of nicks right here. I don't even know if you can see it there. I think it pulls a 9, unfortunately. We will see. Now, this card I've had for several months. I haven't been sure what to do with it. It's just a plain old energy from Shining Legends, but it has like this error on it. Like this isn't. It might look like it's like something scraped off the card, but this is like some kind of printing malfunction because it's like smoothed over and glossed just like the rest of the card is. So there's no like sticky residue or anything. That's literally just like some kind of printing malfunction. So I don't know if they'll even grade this. I don't know. We'll see. I'm sending it off. Just why not? I mean, it's kind of a misprint in a way. So we'll see what happens. All right, next up, we got a couple kind of boring cards. I just want to see what happens with these. I've got a Zapdos Holo. That's from Evolutions. Honestly, probably going to pull a 9 because Evolutions was printed terribly. Then I got 2 Charmeleon reverse Holos from Evolutions as well. Likely to pull 9s, but I just want to see how these will fare price-wise in the coming months. Like when I get them back, I want to see what the price point is for them. That's all. I'm really just doing some kind of test. Don't expect much for that. All right, so next up we have some Wizards of the Coast common cards. We've got an Evie here. Evie's in pretty good shape. Ooh, actually not as good as I thought. There's a lot of edge wear up here and here. Ooh, that might pull like a 7. Not sure why I'm even sending that one off. Whatever, already paid for it to be sent off. This is a Pikachu promo from the Mewtwo Evolution Strikes Back 10 with the Charizard of the Mewtwo that you've already seen. This one also is a part of that. Pretty solid. I think it's a 9. There's like a nick right up here. So there's that. All right, so now here's the rest of the Wizards of the Coast commons here. We've got a Pikachu from Base Set, Unlimited. I think this one likely pulls a 9. There's the tiniest of nicks right there in the corner. You can kind of see that. We've got Evie from Jungle. Looking pretty good on the front there. Ooh, look at that. You know, I think I just gathered up the rest of my like Evie and Charmander, all the starter Wizards cards that I had. I just threw them in here to be graded. So we'll see what happens with it. Who knows? All right, we have the Evie from Team Rocket here. Another one. This one looking much better. Actually, this one could pull a 10, I think. This one is far better than that first Team Rocket Eevee we saw. Next up, we got a Base Set 2. Excuse me. Base Set 2 Charmeleon. Looking at the back here, I'm thinking a 10. It's solid. That's a solid card there. 10 on that one. All right, we got an Ivysaur from Base Set 2 as well. Let's take a look at this one. This one is going to pull... Ooh, centering might be an issue. It could pull a 10, but I'm thinking we're likely going to get a 9 because of the centering on the back there. All right, Lieutenant Surge's Pikachu. Got a couple of different ones of those here coming up. We've got the first one here from Gym Heroes. That one's got a little nick right there, so we're going to go ahead and say that one's going to pull a 9. We got the second Lieutenant Surge Pikachu. This one from Gym Challenge. Let's take a look at the back. This one's going to pull a 9 also. We got a tiny nick right there. You can see that in the corner. And a little one right here, so possibly 8. I don't know. I think we'll still get a 9, though. All right, Lieutenant Surge's Evie. Here we go. Looking good on the front there. As far as the back, we do have a tiniest of nicks right there in the corner. You hate to see those little nicks. Probably going to pull a 9 on the Lieutenant Surge's Evie there. All right, coming up is some more Wizards of the Coast cards. We have Sabrina's Gengar, a rare from Gym Challenge. I think this one was in pretty good shape. Oh yeah, I think this is a PSA 10 all the way. This one looks amazing. Looking forward to getting that one back. Even though it's a non-holo rare, those non-holo rares are still bringing in some decent money. Or we got a first edition Team Rocket Goop Gas Attack. It's first edition is the only reason I'm sending this off. Don't expect a lot of return on this. Probably a 9. We got a nick right there in the corner. So looking for the 9 on the Goop Gas attack. We've got The Boss's Way, first edition also from Team Rocket. I think this one was much better quality. Nope, there's a little nick right there in the corner. Dang. So that's probably going to pull a 9 as well. Expect a 9, and if you get a 10, you're ecstatic about it. You know what I'm saying? All right. Still on some Wizards of the Coast here, we've got Lieutenant Surge's Raichu, a rare from Gym Heroes. Okay, centering on the front looks good. The back looks pretty good as well. That could pull a 10. That could definitely pull a PSA 10. Yeah, look at that. Okay. Next up, Bulbasaur. Base Set Bulbasaur. Centering on the front looks great. Back looks, I don't think that's part of the card. I think that's something, well, maybe it is part of the card. I think that actually might be part of the card right there, the little white spot. All right, so that's going to pull that down then to a 9. I thought this was, let me see what that is. That might be something on the, like a piece of dust. Nope, that is on the card. Okay, so we're looking at a PSA 9 probably for that one because that little white speck right there. So sorry about that one, Bulbasaur. All right, next up is some cards I'm real excited about and I think are super, super underrated. And I personally am going to be doing this, and I don't know if I want to recommend it. I mean, I'll go ahead and recommend it if this is your thing. These next few cards are really cool and super, super underrated. And those are, actually, let me get them all because I gotta find all the other ones. All right, there we go. There's those. Okay. And that is these like full art secret rares from Cosmic Eclipse that have the trainer with them. Oh my gosh, dude, these are beautiful cards. You get them like $2-3 a piece. It makes no sense to me. Like, it's a secret rare. Cosmic Eclipse, a massive set. I think in the future these are going to be very, very popular. I have several of them. One I really, really want a PSA 10 in is the Steelix because it has my girl Jasmine there in it, and she is of course my favorite gym leader of all time. I just remember as a kid playing through Pokemon Gold and seeing this little girl, like, oh, this girl, she's going to be easy to beat. She's still on a Magnemite. And then all of a sudden you got a Steelix, and you're like, oh, snap, she's a badass. So, I had to buy these. I've never actually pulled the Jasmine one. The rest of these I've pulled myself. I know there's several more that I haven't gotten yet. I plan to open some Cosmic Eclipse here on the channel soon, so you do want to make sure you subscribe for that, because that's an exciting and underrated set still, I think. But we got the Stoutland, the Wishy-Washy, the Weavile, and of course the Steelixes. Honestly, I'm expecting PSA 9s on all of them, unfortunately. I bought these two Steelix from two different places, hoping that one would be 10-worthy. I don't believe they are. I believe that those will pull PSA 9, unfortunately, but I do want to actually get the full set of 10s of those trainer cards. A PSA 10 of each one of those is around $40, $50, so if I really wanted them, I could just buy them, but I kind of want to grade them myself. All right, we're getting into the last stretch here. I know this is a bit of a longer one. We had 52 cards today. This one, this is an England or UK exclusive. This is the futsal promos. This is Grookey on the ball. 3 out of 5. There's a Pikachu, an Evie, and I don't think they've released all of them yet. I think this one gets a 9. Centering is pretty bad on this one. Interesting tidbit about this. I ordered this back in September. They released like sequentially. This one was the first one, then Evie released after. Bought 2 Eevees on October, I think the 10th. I'm still waiting for those. I have been in contact with the seller, and I think that they're gonna just give me a refund because they're not coming. Unfortunately, because I really wanted to send those off because those are like a cool, foreign promo that you can't get here in the United States. All right, next up, this is a card I pulled from Breakpoint, I believe. Actually, this next 2 cards I pulled from Breakpoint. There's a Darkrai EX. This thing is sick artwork. Nothing too crazy value-wise, I don't think. Centering is pretty bad, so honestly, probably pull a 9 on this one. And then the crown jewel of Breakpoint, in my opinion, is this Gyarados EX, which I think is underrated as a card in general. Shiny Gyarados EX, gold border. This is an amazing looking card. This one has a shot at a 10. There is no edge wear, no corner nicks, nothing on the back. However, you look at that front centering, the bottom is a little bit thicker than the top. So it could pull a 10, but probably going to pull a 9. Unfortunate. All right. Another card I was super, super grateful to have pulled is the Sword and Shield Vivid Voltage Lugia promo from the pre-release boxes. I opened 2 of those boxes. I wanted the Charizard and I wanted the Lugia, and I got one of each. I mean, super, super lucky there. Let me take a look at the back here. Tiniest of nicks down here in this bottom left corner. I don't even know if you can see it on camera. Probably pulls it down to a 9. Unfortunate, but that's still a really sick card in my opinion. All right. And we're getting up to the last Wizards of the Coast common cards here. We got a Charmander. Centering on the front is actually pretty bad on this one. Right to left, you can clearly see there's a huge difference. And the back is very off-centered as well. I don't even know what to expect on that one. Look at that. That was absolutely terrible centering. Yikes on that. So who knows? Maybe even an 8 on that one if I had to guess. And last up, guys, we have 5 of these Japanese exclusive Illustrator promos of the Charizard. I paid $20 a piece for these back when they first came out. Been holding on to them for a minute to try to get them graded. So I could send them off with all the rest of this stuff. There are 2, I believe, that are 10 worthy. And then there are 3, I believe, will pull a 9. So we'll see what happens with these 5. Definitely will be very disappointed if at least 1 does not come back as 10, because I think there's 2 that should definitely get 10s. And I think the third one that I think is a 9, it might even get a 10 also. We will see. But that's going to do it for today's video, guys. I hope you do enjoy these kind of videos. I love these kind of videos because I know whenever the cards come back, I'm going to enjoy looking back and seeing what I thought was going to happen with the grades. You know, in all honesty, it's probably going to be like 8 months before I see these cards again. So, but definitely subscribe, because the cards that I sent back in July, they should be coming pretty soon, in the next month or so, I believe. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like rating down below. Like I said before, about 1 million times already, make sure you subscribe to not miss any more content here on the channel. Until next time, stay legendary.